What's up, y'all? It's your girl Real, and I'm back with another video, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead on and take a second so you guys can hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so the next time you'll know when I drop another video. Let's go ahead and take a second and do that. And if anybody who's under the ages of 18 or 21, please go ahead on and exit out now because this video does have certain adult content in it. Thank you. My handy dandy notebook today, y'all. So, hopefully by now everybody who's underage and has gone, left, exit the chat, as they say. What I want to talk about today is this whole Keely responding to the beef that she had with, I guess, Nutella and I'm probably saying her name wrong. I said Nutella like the dang chocolate. Nutella, Adriana, and apparently Raven Simone, which this beef is new to me. I didn't even know. I mean, I knew there was a reason that Raven Simone didn't come back to the Cheetah Girls final movie, but I thought it was something else. I didn't even know there was a beef going on behind the scenes between her and Keely. But apparently Keely is hard to work with. So let's break it down a little bit. Back in the day, supposedly Nutella got into it with Keely, her mom, who was their manager at the time, and their sister, who was also, I guess, their manager as well. I'm not exactly sure exactly how that whole thing went, but somebody somewhere was a manager. But they got into it with the girl, and I guess Keely threw some KFC chicken at the girl, and then they kicked her out and left her stranded, and she had to figure out her way back home. Which to me, all in itself, that's fucked up. You don't do a child like that. Like, I understand and you don't argue with the kid anyway. Why are you arguing with a child? At the time, she was a teenage girl. That was a child. Y'all shouldn't have took it up with her parents, you know? But at the same time, I do have to blame her parents, too, because it's like, well, where were her parents at while this was going on, while they were treating her this way, you know? So, hey, but that was back in the day. Moving forward to now, Adrienne Bailon has publicly apologized to her about her part that she played in that whole drama back then. And her and Nutella has they've made amends since then. So, things have been okay. Now, I guess Keely took it upon herself the other day over the weekend or whatever to get on Instagram and I guess address everything, and she feel like she has nothing to apologize for, which I understand. If you don't feel like you have nothing to apologize for, that's fine. But why get up here and tell the whole world you have nothing to apologize for, especially if the world is telling you you're the one that's wrong. You're wrong, your mother was wrong, and your sister was wrong. Y'all need to apologize, But that's my opinion on that situation. I don't know. I feel like this. If you weren't going to apologize, you shouldn't have brought the shit up. Why would you bring the shit up? You weren't going to apologize. Don't bring it up and don't acknowledge it. Plain and simple. Now, the reason why Keely was beefing with Raven hasn't been made clear yet. But Raven did get on Instagram and she live chatted her friend Brianna from Growing Up Hip Hop. And they were talking about it, and she confirmed again that, she was going to fight her back then. We don't know why. I'm assuming maybe she thought that she was going to be able to run over Raven like she was doing the other girls from the previous groups, thinking that she was going to be easy to push over, or she was going to follow behind her. And Raven was probably looking at her like, no, bitch, I've been in this game longer than you, boo. I got my goddamn credentials. I got my resume. What do you got? Who are you? I've been here since the Cosby, bitch. Probably let her know, like, bitch, you ain't all who you think you are, baby. At least in my opinion, because Raven seemed like the type, like, I'll be cool with you up until you try to play me. Then I'm going to have to let you know. And I'm thinking that's the kind of thing it was, because Keely seemed like the type that was a bit self-centered and expected everybody to run behind her like this the Mean Girls or some shit. So I could believe that, I don't know. But, hopefully Keely learned her lesson and stop talking, because Baby, you don't look the same. You're not tiny like you was before. You just don't look the same. You about to give people a whole lot of stuff to talk about if they ain't talking about it already. Now, I'm going to move on to the next subject. Because Keely and them, now, nobody gives a fuck about them for real. I give a fuck about her, what she talking about. She's just trying to make herself relevant again, at least in my book. Baby, if you was going to make yourself relevant, worry about your health, your kids, and whatever else. You're not in the music scene, the acting scene. You're not in either one of these scenes anymore. So it's like, what's the point? All you doing is making people go to these people's page and give them more attention and ask them, hey, she's talking about you, stuff like that. I ain't doing it. Now, next I want to touch on this whole how the blog are trying to make Megan Thee Stallion beef with Cardi B, which we all know, anybody that listens to Meg or follow her or even know who she is in the slightest sense knows that Megan don't talk about nobody. She don't start no beef with nobody. She don't do anything like that. So for them to keep trying to make her beef with Cardi B, I guess they feel like because they know how Cardi is, if the wrong thing gets said, she gonna say something. She gonna get egged into it like she did with the Nicki Minaj beef. She let herself get egged into the whole situation, at least in my opinion. But Megan, she spoke on it, said it's not true. She don't have beef with nobody. She ain't hating on nobody, and she not gonna put the next woman down, which I believe her, because out of everything she's been through, yeah, she had her little dispute with her makeup artist / best friend or whatever, and she also was going through her situation with her record label. But I feel like I've never heard her talk down on the next woman. All I ever hear her say is she's not the type of person to do that. She all about helping other women out. From what I seen her, trying to make friends with all the females in the industry, tells me, hey, if you was gonna start beef, why are you being friendly with every single body? So good thing that she got online and defended herself and said, hey, let me go ahead and disperse this whole situation before it becomes a situation for no reason, which I respect that. I do, because a lot of people sit back and draw hype off of that and try to get clout off of it, as they say. And she took the high road, like, nah, I'm gonna get clout. I'm gonna make money off of me, off of my talent, off of what I do, not no fake ass beef. Or some fake beef turned real because other people. My voice is a little dry today, y'all. Sorry about that. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the next topic. Okay, the one everybody's been talking about, I don't know, for the last 24 hours, I'm going to say, is this whole Trina Love and Hip Hop Reunion Part 1 situation. Oh my God, y'all. I didn't get to watch it when it premiered, but I watched it early this morning, and I was sitting there like, dang. Other people, okay, let me say this first and foremost. When you're mad and you're going off and you're arguing with somebody, you don't bring up their kids. You do not bring up their kids. You don't bring their kids up. You don't put their kids in it. You just don't speak on the kids. We don't do that, That's where, that's just like you don't speak on kids and you don't speak on nobody's mama. You just don't do. But Trina was so mad that she did it. Okay, and I quote, she did it. Because when she called that girl goddamn kiss and dirty ass trifling churn, I died. Okay, and I came back and I was like, Trina, no. You going off for Trina, no. And I thought it was over with, once she went backstage with Kendall. I thought it was over with. She gone. It's about to be quiet. Oh no, Trina went looking for her. A lot of people saying that she overreacted. In my opinion, after that scene that happened at her house, we don't know what happened. Because the camera stopped rolling. But we don't know what she might have been saying on the internet or what she might have been hearing her say about her to other people in the streets. You just don't know. We don't know. For her to act like that, I feel like it was something else going on. It was something else that really ticked her off to a point where she said, when I see this bitch, the next time I see her, I'm gonna whoop this bitch ass. Cause it's, it's normal you get into a fight with a bitch, be like, fuck that bitch, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? You move on, they move on, you doing your thing. But for you to say, when I see this bitch, over something like that, she had to keep on going. She must have been picking with goddamn Trina, off camera. There had to be some other stuff going on, in my opinion. There had to be some other stuff going on. So I feel like with that whole situation, Nikki must have deserved it for Trina to go and explode on her like that. And speaking of Kendall, I love that section of the show where, you know, people arguing, but there's a little area they can go to and they could still be asked the questions that they were trying to ask on stage, or certain questions that fans really want to know. Um, be able to find those out even after the arguing and the fighting, which is good because a lot of times on these shows they be so busy fussing and fighting and trying to keep them from actually physically assaulting each other. They don't ever get to a point where we have questions, our questions being answered basically. And now with his little segment blended in, with the show, it kind of gives us that chance to hear from that person, which I do like. But y'all, Trina went in. Like, she went in. I know Suki, Hana, and Joy and all of them, Joy gonna ride for her cousin. That's family. It's gonna be like that anyway. But I just feel like, there had to be more to it for Trina to go that far off. For somebody to go that far off and talk about your kids, it had to be more to it, So if you know more, go ahead on and share it down in the comments so we can talk about it. Because that's how I personally feel. I feel like, and a lot of people saying that Trina overreacted. Yeah, it might seem like that, but Trina has been calm, cool, and collect, since they started the Miami branch of the show. She's been trying to keep it cute and classy. Same thing with Amara. Amara. I feel like they're pushing their buttons because they've been quiet for too long. Hasn't been no drama with them. They've been the ones that any drama that has happened is made them some money. Now you got Amara ready to knock a bitch head off, and she the last person that you expect to be trying to fight somebody. And then brought Trina out her goddamn character. I feel like Love and Hip Hop is starting to try. Miami is starting to try to figure out a way to make more money off of these women by pushing them into acting the way they originally came on and said they're not going to act. Because Trina said she wasn't going to, act. That's not what she was here for, and this, that, and the third. But now, you're purposely putting people in these people's path, and that this is going to cause some type of reaction, some type of drama. Somebody, like Nikki Natural, who don't give a fuck that you're messing with one of the OGs in the city that's been there, that's been doing it for a long time, running it, making money in a specific, industrial and specific lane, female rapping, one of the women that was there from the beginning, and here you are disrespected. So I mean, I get they got to get their ratings up, but it's like, why push people that's not like that? What can you do? People gonna watch it because I sure watched it, and the only reason I watched it is because I knew it was gonna be something going on with Amada, and I knew it was gonna be something going on, with situation with what was it? No, just Amara. That's the only real reason why I watched is because I wanted to see if her and her guy had gotten back together, but obviously not. So that's pretty much how I feel about that. I do feel bad that what's her name, Prima Donna. Prima Donna should never have gotten involved. I do feel that way about that situation. Prima Donna should not have gotten involved in somebody else's relationship with somebody you barely know, and to find an ex-girlfriend from 6-7 years ago, they should have been irrelevant, period. I feel like she should have minded her own business, stayed in her own lane, because that wasn't your friend. to do that. You know, I could see it was your best friend or somebody close to your best friend or your family member, something like that. But some woman that you're just getting to know, you're getting to meet, you mind your business. Because you don't know what that girl know or what they're going through. You don't ruin the relationship for what? Camera time? But hey, I guess we all gotta have a storyline. And what I want to know is why Jocelyn wasn't there. You know, she had what, like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, and then she was gone. It's like she just disappeared. Like, no, we don't get no Jocelyn show at the reunion, nothing. But you know, Trina and Amara stuff kind of just wiped over everybody else stuff. I didn't really care too much about everybody else what they had going on. Those are 2 storylines that pretty much stuck out the most. So now tell me what y'all think about, you know, what I said this time. Let me know so that ways we could talk about it, because I want to talk about it, because that's how I feel about the situation. Now, this your girl Real. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Just that's all you gotta do. Sup. Boop boop, and you're done.